Who is going to tell me? Who is going to tell me what are the things we discussed yesterday? हमने कल क्या पढ़ा है? What we studied yesterday?
Ma'am, we have done from microscope.
So we saw the cell definition. We saw the cell theory, cell doctrine. We observed that for different organisms, we have different types of cells, and their size, their shape, everything does vary. And then we directed our talk related to microscope. So we saw that the detailed structure of light microscopy, and then we understood that light microscopy is not the end. By using electron beam as a source of illumination and magnetic lenses, we can look into the images far more better, है ना? तो इसकी वजह से we studied about the different types of microscopy, that is electron microscopy, and most interestingly I showed you the pictures of different types of microscopy. I will once again come there. Here you can see that amoeba in light microscopy, pseudopodia in transmission electron microscopy, and in scanning electron microscopy it is looking as if it is a 3D object. Okay, so one suggestion from my side, whosoever is attending lecture, Vicky, you switch off your video now because it may be distracting your friends. Once you answer or you want to talk about something, you can switch it on, no problem. Anyways, I will keep it into the speaker view, so anyone who is speaking, their video will be uploaded. So these are different microscopic images. One general question I want to ask to all of you before we move towards a prokaryotic cell. Can you tell me why we use stains in microscopy?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Am I audible clearly?
Ma'am, actually.
Yes, beta, bolo.
Ma'am, actually there is network issue in my area, that's why.
Okay. Now I was thinking sometimes what happens is in online teaching, sometimes there will be some problem in my network issue. That's why make it a habit that teacher will ask you repeated time that am I audible? Is it clear? Because we want to confirm that whatever we are saying or sharing in the screen, is it visible or audible to you? So my question was, why we use stain in microscope? So that was what I wanted to ask. If you want, I can type also.
Can you repeat?
Let me type. Rutu is already raising hand. Rutu, wait for some time. Let others understand the question. So as Rutu raised hand first, I am giving her opportunity to answer this question. Yes, Rutu, boliye beta.
Ma'am, we use stain for more clarity.
More clarity means like. Yes, beta.
Ma'am, microscope stain is used to visualize of cell and cell part. And under light microscope.
I can understand. Yes, Ayushi, you want to say something, beta?
Ma'am, we use stain which help us to see the smallest component of cell.
So that part is to done by microscope. फिर stain क्यों चाहिए हम? Why
to give image more contrast and allow to cell to classify.
Let me share this very simple experiment I can share and show you how why stains are so important. Consider I am drawing a white circle on white. Can you see any circle over here in this region? कोई circle आपको यहाँ दिख रहा है?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Consider I am changing the color to yellow and I am drawing a circle over here. To some extent you can see, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But if that color of circle is black, you can see it from distant part, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So generally the cells we observe under microscope, they are very small and they are light. When they pass through them, it pass very nicely, so they are transparent. So those transparent cells we cannot see clearly under microscope. So either we need to stain the cell so that we can see them. One way is to stain the cell. So various stains are there. Depending on what type of cell or which part of cell you want to see, we use specific specialized stain. For example, if you want to see cell wall, a stain. If you want to detect specifically cell membrane, a specific type of stain. If you want to stain nucleus, a specific type of stain. Another way is also there, that is called negative staining. In that we don't stain the, we actually do not stain the organisms, we stain the background. For example, if I stain the background black in color, even if cells are transparent, they will be easily visible the way they are visible here. So the whole concept of staining is to create a contrast in microscopy. Is this answer clear to everyone? Anyone any doubt?
No, ma'am. No doubt.
Okay. So
No, ma'am.
move ahead today with our discussion related to prokaryotic cell. So when we talk about prokaryotic cell, the name itself is enough to make us understand. So pro, the meaning of the word pro means primitive. It is a primitive kind of cell. And the meaning of the word karyon means, it means nucleus. Generally in biology, they use the terms of Latin because Latin was the language of science that was well popularized by the scientific world. That's why ये अजीबोगरीब नाम थोड़े होते हैं. But once you know the meaning of Latin meaning of every word, then many words are common and it will be easy for you to understand. So prokaryotic cells, what do we mean by primitive? So primitive means they lack a membrane bound nucleus. So the genetic material present in them is not at all covered. So their nucleus, we cannot call it nucleus. We call actually, yes Vicky, bolo beta.
We can similarly say that they do not have true nucleus.
Yes Vicky, can you repeat once again beta?
Ma'am, we can also say that they do not have true nucleus.
True nucleus, yes. So what we call it? We call it as nucleoid. Understood? Their genetic material, which is without membrane, is called nucleoid. It's not called nucleus. Nucleoid means nucleus-like. It means nucleus-like, but we cannot call it nucleus. That's why it is called nucleoid. And obviously, when I was showing you size chart last time, you can see the difference of size between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell is huge. Prokaryotes are generally very small in their size. Okay, and generally they are very much simpler also. They don't have that much complexity present in them. So they are basically present in two taxonomic domains, that is bacteria and archaea. But let me tell you, when we will study classification of five kingdom classification, we will learn more about this prokaryotic cell. But majorly it is bacteria and archaea. So basically bacteria can be classified into two types. These are eubacteria and archaebacteria. Eubacteria are bacteria, but they are a bit improved one. And archaebacteria are the old bacteria which were found at the initial stage of Earth, when life was originated in the Earth. That's why this archaebacteria, they can live in harsh environmental condition, like very high temperature. Some of them can stay in hot springs, जिसके water अगर हमारे body पे लगे तो body पे छाले पड़ जाएंगे, but they stay comfortably over there. I hope none of you can drink sea water. Can you survive on sea water? क्या हम समंदर का पानी पी के जी सकते हैं?
No, ma'am.
मर जाएंगे सभी, है ना? But there are some bacteria which are archaebacteria. They stay in salt condition. We call them halophiles. I am not talking about them in much detail here, because anyways we are going to talk about them in classification. Okay. So let us know something more about the prokaryotic cell. So we will now look into the structure of bacteria. See, structure of bacteria can be very small. I want to share some specification over here. Let us get back there and have a look into it. Bacterial cell or prokaryotic cell can exist in various shapes. Okay, so depending on the shapes, we can call them, give them specific names. For example, if they are present in spherical structures like football, we call them coccus.
Coccus.
Any example of coccus? You know? One is present in our skin. It should be present in our skin. इसके बगैर हमारी skin unhealthy होती है. That is Staphylococcus. It is actually good for skin and it is natural flora. But if you are teasing it with it, it can cause infection and it can cause painful pimple and all. Next is Bacillus. That means these bacteria are rod shaped.
Bacteria.
Yes, Bacillus. We actually call them Bacillus. What are the other shapes you know?
Ma'am,
Spirilia.
Spirillum. Spring-like structure called spirillum. Okay, so but before we go to spirillum, I want to talk to you in details about coccus and bacillus. If two coccus are staying together, we call it diplococcus.
Bacillus also.
Diplococcus means Coccobacillus you can say, but generally it is more often said as Diplococcus. Very important bacteria, Diplococcus pneumoniae, causing pneumonia. If they are like in a chain, we call them Streptococcus. If they are forming a cube-like structure, where in a cube at each surface 4 or 8 bacteria are located, we call them Sarcina. And if they are located in the form of grape bunch, ऐसे bunch के form में, we call them Staphylococcus. Okay. Similarly, if two bacillus are together, we call it diplobacillus also. Generally, bacillus do not get arranged other than chain form. They don't get arranged into other form. Next is this spirillum you mentioned. I want to say something very interesting here. There is one bacteria named Aquaspirillum magnetotacticum. What is specialty of this bacteria is it has some pieces of iron at one end of its cell, and it can detect the magnetic field of Earth. तो आप छोटो सोचो एक जीता जागता सेल है which is magnet itself. It is getting attracted to the magnetic field of Earth. Can anyone tell me this type of shape of bacteria is called what?
Vibrio.
Any example of Vibrio?
Ma'am,
Yes, Rutu?
ma'am, what you said, it will attract the magnetic field of what?
It will get attracted towards the magnetic field of Earth. Magnetic field of the Earth तो बहुत strong है बेटा, उसको कैसे अपनी तरफ खींचे?
Example.
हाँ
Which
मैम,
one?
मतलब आपने वो end word term कौन सा बोला?
Rutu is talking about example of bacteria that is Aquaspirillum magnetotacticum. It's example of spirillum.
Yes, ma'am, but you stated a statement that it will get attracted towards the magnetic field of
Earth.
the last.
Earth.
Oh, okay. Huh. Okay.
Earth. So Vibrio, any example, anyone?
Luminescent Vibrio. Cholera.
Very good. Yashvi.
Marine bacteria.
What, Vicky? It's better no if we speak one by one. Otherwise, किसी का किसी को सुनाई नहीं देगा. Anyways, so these are the shapes of bacteria I wanted to talk about. Is this part clear to you? I guess you must be taught with these different shapes. So, everyone understood the shapes of bacteria?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
yes,
let
ma'am.
us now have a good look into the other parts of prokaryotic cell. Okay. So, if you look into a prokaryotic cell, I must say that prokaryotic cells are much more simpler, but that doesn't mean they are like kind of very insignificant in our life. Prokaryotic cells may be simpler, but they are responsible for many important activities which are associated with us. Okay, so as they are placed under kingdom Monera, these cells are including bacteria, then cyanobacteria, that is called blue-green algae, mycoplasma or PPM. All of them are coming under prokaryotic organisms. And one word I can say about prokaryotes, they are omnipresent. हमारे शरीर के अंदर से लेके बाहर तक ऐसी कोई जगह दुनिया में नहीं बनी है जहां बैक्टीरिया या प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल नहीं है. I'm talking about Earth, biosphere. Everywhere it is there. Yes, Yashvi, sorry.
यस मैम, वो मैम ऊपर लिखा है ना साइटोसोल, उसका मतलब क्या होता है?
Cytosol means cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is also called
Okay, ma'am.
cytosol. Okay, so you can
Okay,
see the
yes.
size of bacteria is 0.3 to 1.5 picometer. PM means picometer here. So obviously we will look into the components of prokaryotic cell. So prokaryotic cell, yeah, bacterial cell have many components, like it has genetic material, it has cell envelope, it has cytoplasm, nucleoid, inclusion bodies, ribosomes, flagella, pili, fimbriae, etc. So we will know about each of them one by one. So generally, as a structure of prokaryotic cell, generally the structure of bacteria is described. So as you have gone through it, so I want to talk to you about the prokaryotes. I want to know like what you know about the prokaryotic structure. आपको क्या क्या पता है, आप बताते जाओ मुझे. Whatever extra I am going to talk. This will make class not non-boring. Yes, Ayushi, batao, beta.
Ma'am, in prokaryotic cell, the ribosome present is 70S.
See, whenever we are describing any kind of cell or structure, we should start from outside and go to inside.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes. No, let's Ayushi speak, no? She can speak. Ayushi, can
Okay,
you
ma'am,
start, beta?
Ma'am, from starting?
Yes. From outside to inside or from inside to outside. Because that will be easy.
Ma'am, prokaryotic cell are the basic cell, or they have
No,
the
I am
simplest
talking
body
about structural components of prokaryotic cell, Ayush. उसमें जो parts रहते हैं ना, you talked about them from outside to inside.
Ma'am, prokaryotic cell have mesosome, whereas eukaryotic cell doesn't have.
You are not getting what I am saying. Who else wish to speak? I can.
May I?
Dhruvanshi
Ma'am,
wants to speak. She
Ma'am, may
raised hand. Wait for a moment. Let me see. Dhruvanshi is speaking for the first time, so I wish to give her opportunity to speak. हम सभी मिलके बोलो ध्रुवांशी.
Yes, ma'am. Prokaryotic cells are usually small in size.
I am not asking that, बेटा. I am asking कि prokaryotes के जो structure है, the components हैं, उसको you start talking from outside to inside.
May I?
Yes, Vicky, बोलो.
Ma'am, prokaryotic cell have 4 main components. Ma'am, first is plasma membrane, which are outer protective layer covering of phospholipids.
No, wait करो. I will tell. That way it will be haphazard, beta. We need to speak with a logic, beta. Let me start.
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, I think flagellum is the outermost growth of prokaryotic cell. So we have to start from the outermost growth of prokaryotic cell.
You are correct. Let me make a flow chart so that it will be clear for you. When we talk about prokaryotes or any types of cell, we need to talk in terms of structure like this, where we need to talk about outer appendages, second is covering, and next is the inner parts. In outer appendages, three types of appendages are visible in case of prokaryotic cell, that is bacteria. We are discussing bacteria. One is flagella. What do you know about flagellar structure? We will talk later. Second is villi. And third are fimbriae. In many books, villi and fimbriae are mentioned together, but they are not same, they are similar structure. In covering also, three options are available. One is capsule or slime layer. Second, most of you forgot and you started talking about cell membrane. You need to remember that beta bacteria has cell wall. How can we forget? And third is the cell membrane.
Cytoplasm.
Cell membrane, we are talking still about the covering beta. Okay. Now, if we are talking about the inner parts, wait for a moment. If we are talking about the inner parts, we can further clarify it into one is cytoplasm,
Ribosomes,
second is organelle, and internal let us talk about organelles only. Third is storage material, and fourth is the nucleoid. See, whenever you are presenting our data, it's very, very important to organize it. It will not only help you to remember it, it will help you to understand it better. Okay. So now tell me about flagella. What do you know about flagella?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Vicky.
Ma'am, bacteria flagella are coiled thread-like structure.
So what is their role? What is
They
the
help
role?
in locomotion.
may I?
Yes, ma'am.
Help
And their
in
base are
cell
composed
movement.
of
Yes,
proteins.
wait for a moment. I please request everyone to speak by taking permission. Vicky, someone else asked me, may I? Who was that person? Yashvi, I guess.
Yes, ma'am.
Yashvi, you speak now. Vicky, चलो सब मिलके बोलेंगे ना? बोलो Yashvi, what do you know about flagella?
Ma'am, flagella is the outermost growth of this bacterial cell. It helps in cell movement or locomotion of bacteria.
But remember, the root of flagella is located inside the cell. Okay. So the exterior part is located exterior part of flagella is located outside the cell, but its root is located inside the cell. And flagella is made up of a protein called flagellin protein.
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
ma'am, in outer appendages, we can consider cilia as separate part.
What?
Ma'am, in outer appendages, can we consider cilia?
Prokaryotic cells never have cilia. How can you consider cilia here? Prokaryotes can never have cilia, beta.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now what is pili? Pili actually is known as, it is made up of pillin protein. What is the role of pili?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, may I?
Ma'am, pili
Bolo.
are the hollow structure which help to transfer DNA and other material with the foreign cell.
So numerous thread-like structures help in DNA transfer. I'm not teaching details here because anyways in chapter number 2, 5 kingdom classification, I'm going to teach all these in details. Next is fimbriae. Fimbriae are also thread-like structures but their role is help in
They attaches
attachment.
the DNA.
Yes, beta?
Ma'am, it attaches the genetic material.
No, not at all. Fimbriae is present outside the cell only. That is, and it is helpful in for attachment of specific prokaryotes into the substratum. For example, if you are having a bacteria which is present in the intestinal tract, the wall of intestine will be held up by that bacteria with the help of fimbriae of that bacteria. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So now I am hearing a lot of explanation from Vicky and Ayushi. Even Devanshi, Dhruvyanshi spoke. But there are other students also. Rutu also communicated. Yashvi also communicated. But there are other students also there in my class. They are silent. So I request all of them to speak. Khushi is there, Devanshi is there, Krishna, Manashri, Neer, Nidhi. What about you people, beta? You don't want to participate in discussion? Don't worry even if you are wrong. कुछ खराब नहीं होने वाला है. No problem. We can rectify. हम बोलेंगे तो पता चल जाएगा कि हम कहाँ wrong हैं. So who will talk about capsule? चलो बताओ मुझे. Raise your hand. Capsule or slime layer? खुशी, चलो, very good खुशी. Yes, खुशी, बोलो.
Ma'am, capsule is a hard and tough covering, while slime layer is very soft covering of the prokaryotic cell, especially bacterial cell.
So, is it compulsory for a bacteria to have capsule or slime layer?
Ma'am, may
Yes,
I?
ma'am.
Vicky asked for may I? Any questions answer without mentioning or raising hand will not be considered. Yes, Vicky, bolo.
Ma'am, capsule, it is glycolex layer consisting of tightly associated polysaccharide molecules.
मैंने तुमको क्या पूछा है उसके हिसाब से आंसर.
Ma'am, may I?
The question, yes, Rutu, bolo.
Ma'am, no, it is not compulsory to have the capsule layer of glycocalyx. It might be of it might be hard and tough covering, or it can be a gel-like slime layer.
Is it there any option that both are absent?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yes. One bacteria can be there without capsule or slime layer. Both the options are absent, it is possible. Beta. This is not a compulsory layer. The way flagella is not a compulsory structure of bacteria. There are bacteria which are not having any flagella. They don't go for locomotion. They use other movement, that is gliding movement, for locomotion. Similarly, capsule or slime layer are not compulsory layer. They may be present, they may not be present. If it is slimy, that is slippery, we call it slime layer, and if it is hard and tough, we call it capsule. So what is the role of capsule or slime layer? क्या करता है ये? What does it?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Neil, बोलो.
Ma'am, it helps in protection. It also consists of violation factors, which protects it from the surrounding harmful stuff.
हाँ, जैसे कि if any bacteria is having capsule or slime layer, it can be protected from the immune system of the host. It will protect the bacteria from desiccation, that means dehydration. The inner moisture can be retained by capsule or slime layer. So it is actually beneficial but not compulsory. Okay, how like it is made up of what? I think Vicky answered this question, but the pronunciation was wrong, so I want to correct that. Vicky, you said something. Capsule and slime layer is made up of what?
Glycolex.
Glycocalyx.
It's not like capsule or slime layer is a form of glycocalyx. Capsule or slime layer. Yes, Dhruvanshi?
Ma'am, they are made of polysaccharide.
Very good. So whenever cell is secreting any polysaccharide, that cell polysaccharide secretion get deposited on the surface of cell wall and capsule and slime layer is formed. That is why this layer is not at all uniform. कहीं पे ज़्यादा, कहीं पे कम ऐसा हो सकता है. It's not a very uniform layer always. So polysaccharides, which are a type of carbohydrate secreted by cells, are deposited on the cell wall to form the capsule or slime layer. Okay. So the next part of discussion is cell wall. Dhruvanshi, yes, Dhruvanshi, बोलो बेटा.
Ma'am, I have a query.
हाँ, बोलो बोलो.
हाँ मैम, आपने अभी बोला कि वो ग्लाइकोकैलिक्स है ना, उसका एक और फंक्शन भी है, वो सेल आइडेंटिफिकेशन का.
Yes, it is.
हाँ, तो आपने अभी बोला कि बहुत सारे बैक्टीरिया में वो नहीं होता, तो उनका सेल आइडेंटिफिकेशन कैसे
Very good
होता है?
question, Dhruvanshi. I'm really proud of you, all of you, that you are asking such questions. Beta, in those cases, the markers, there are certain markers present on the surface of cell wall or cell membrane, which help in the identification of that cell. जैसे कि कंसीडर करो, एक क्वेश्चन मैं पूछती हूँ आपको, ठीक है? बहुत सिंपली आप ये कंसेप्ट समझ जाओ. आपको पता है हम ब्लड ट्रांसमिशन से पहले ब्लड की ग्रुपिंग पता करते हैं.
Yes, ma'am.
अगर किसी का ब्लड बी पॉजिटिव है तो फिर भाई वो बी पॉजिटिव वाले को ही ब्लड दे सकता है, वो किसी और को नहीं दे सकता है. अगर ए बी पॉजिटिव है तो वो ए बी पॉजिटिव को ब्लड दे सकता है. तो क्या होता है वो, अगर कोई गड़बड़ वाली ब्लड हमारी शरीर में चली गई तो होगा क्या? यस विकी.
मैम, अगर उसके ब्लड में कोई डिसीज या कुछ होगी तो वो अपने को इन्फेक्ट हो सकती है.
नहीं नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. वो तो किसी के भी केस में हो सकता है. समझो मेरी ब्लड ग्रुप सबसे रेयर होती है. आई हैव अ वेरी रेयर ब्लड ग्रुप, दैट इज ओ नेगेटिव. मेरा है सच में. सो अगर मैंने किसी बी पॉजिटिव वाले का खून ले लिया तो व्हाट विल हैपन टू मी?
Ma'am, I think it will affect the old system and which indirectly affects the immune system of the body.
मेरी बॉडी की जो सेल है उसको ओ की आदत है. मेरी ब्लड के जो सेल्स है, इम्यून सिस्टम के जो सेल्स है, उसको ओ की आदत है. बी आने से वो तुरंत उसको आइडेंटिफाई कर लेगा और वो सारे बी वाले सेल्स को मार डालेगा. अब जो ब्लड तुमने दिया है वो ब्लड अगर मर ही जाए उसके सेल्स को, फिर वो देने से फायदा? तो उस केस में कैसे हम ब्लड सेल्स को आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं? दे तो डोंट हैव कैप्सूल और स्लाइम लेयर. Capsule or slime layer is having certain chemicals which can be used for identification of a bacteria. But अगर वो नहीं भी रहा, then also there can be presence of various marker proteins or chemical substances present in the cell wall or in cell membrane, जिससे हम आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं कि कौन सा बैक्टीरिया क्या है और कौन सा क्या नहीं. Understood everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
now can we move towards cell wall as capsular
Yes, ma'am.
slime layer part is clear to all of us. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
So
ma'am.
ma'am.
cell wall बताओ. अच्छा, you people are not feeling ना कि हम same चीज पढ़ा के wastage of time कर रहे हैं. I hope you are
No, ma'am.
enjoying my class.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Cell wall के बारे में 4 participants are raising hand. I am so happy. But this time I can see Manashri wants to speak and she wants to speak for the first time. So I am giving chance to Manashri. Bolo Manashri.
Ma'am, cell wall determines the shape of the cell and provide a strong structural support to the cell.
So but what is speciality of bacterial cell? That is the function. You said its main function is protection and giving shape to the bacteria. Again for this time I want to give opportunity to Devanshu. Chalo bolo.
A cell wall is an additional non-living layer which have a tough structure and helps to maintain the shape of the cells and protects the cell from any kind of mechanical injury.
That is so true, Devanshi, but I want to know the speciality of bacterial cell wall. Vicky, chalo bolo. Is there any difference between cell wall of plant and cell wall of bacteria? क्या दोनों के सेल वॉल सेम टू सेम होते हैं या फिर उनमें कोई डिफरेंस है? Am I audible to all of you?
May I?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Rutu. Bolo.
Ma'am, some animal cells do not possess cell wall.
I am
while
not
plant
talking
cells
about
possess.
animal cells. Suno. Whenever you are answering one question, beta, listen to me what I say. I ask, is there any difference between plant cell wall and bacterial cell wall? Animal में तो cell wall होता ही नहीं बच्चा, है ना? ध्रुवांशी बोलो चलो.
Yes, ma'am. In bacterial cell wall, it is made up of NAM and NAG, while in plant cell wall, it is not made up of NAM and NAG.
So, can you tell me what is this NAM and NAD?
NAG means acetyl glycosamine and NAM means acetyl murmuric acid.
What is
It is
this? Actually, I was expecting the simple answer that bacterial cell wall
Ma'am, may I?
is made up of peptidoglycan. Peptidoglycan is a type of carbohydrate which is made up of NAM and NAG, which is N-acetyl muramic acid and N-acetyl glucosamine connected by L-alanine. L-alanine is an amino acid which is connecting them. ये म्यूरामिक एसिड की प्रेजेंस की वजह से पेप्टाइडोग्लाइकन इज हैविंग अनदर नेम, इट इज आल्सो कॉल्ड म्यूरिन. That's why we can say that bacterial cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan, or we can call it is made up of murein, M-U-R-E-I-N. Okay. अब बताओ कि can we classify bacteria on the basis of their cell wall?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am. Yes.
Let me
Ma'am,
see who are raising hand. This time I will give chance to Vicky because I denied him. Chalo Vicky bolo.
Ma'am, I.
हाँ ऋतु, बट तुमको मैंने बोला था बेटा, बट यू मिस दैट पार्ट नो. यू टॉक्ड अबाउट एनिमल सेल. सभी नहीं बोलेंगे. सुनो सुनो सुनो, सब मिलके बोलेंगे ना तो क्लास में कोई बच्चा सोएगा नहीं. नहीं तो ट्रस्ट मी, जो नहीं बोलेगा थोड़ी देर बाद वो सोता रहेगा क्लास में. आई होप नन ऑफ यू वांट टू.
Ma'am, actually, I want to repeat that name, which is connecting NAM and NEG.
बोलो बोलो. स्पीक ऋतु. अच्छा, you want me
Ma'am,
to repeat? अच्छा, that is called L-alanine. A-L-A-N-I-N-E. It's an amino acid which is present in the L form, जो NAM और NAC को जोड़ के होता है. ओके ऋतु?
yes, ma'am. Thank you.
चलो अब मुझे बताओ, बैक्टीरियल क्लासिफिकेशन बेस्ड ऑन देयर सेल वॉल. हाउ कैन वी क्लासिफाई? एनीवन? ये पढ़े आपने? It seems no. So I will speak about this in detail. यशवी पढ़े हो बेटा क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ बैक्टीरिया ऑन स्टेनिंग? बोलो विकी.
मैम
अच्छा यशवी बोल रही है, बोलने दो उसको. बोलो.
मैम प्राइमरी वॉल एंड सेकेंडरी वॉल.
नो नो नो, दैट इज इन प्लांट. नहीं, विकी ने पहली बार हैंड रेज किया है, उसको बोलने देना मुझे इसका. बोलो विकी.
मैम ग्रोथ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स.
नो नो नो. Classification of bacteria on the basis of their cell wall structure and staining. Yes, Ayushi, you want to say something, beta?
Ma'am, on the basis of gram negative and gram positive.
Ah, that's what I wanted to hear. Gram positive and gram negative. So what is this gram? In weight, we are talking about weight. Vazan bacteria ka. What do we mean by gram positive, gram negative?
Staining.
So staining, let me see who are raising hand. Only Vicky. Bolo Vicky, इसकी detail दो मुझे.
gram positive are those who uptake gram stain.
तो gram क्या है? कौन है ये gram? There was a scientist named Christian Gram. उनके नाम से ही ये ग्राम स्टेनिंग आया है. ओके, एंड ग्राम स्टेनिंग यानी विकी ने करेक्ट बोला कि जो बैक्टीरिया ग्राम स्टेन लेता है वो ग्राम पॉजिटिव है और जो नहीं लेता है वो ग्राम नेगेटिव है. बट क्यों वो ग्राम स्टेन लेता है और क्यों ग्राम नेगेटिव ग्राम स्टेन नहीं लेता है? कैन यू टेल मी दैट पार्ट?
मैम कैन आई?
यस बेटा, बोलो आयुषी.
Ma'am, the bacteria which take gram positive, they have that coiled or dense structure which holds the staining, and thus they are gram positive.
क्या स्ट्रक्चर रहता है? What is their structure? I want detail of that.
Ma'am, they have dense cell wall or thick layer which helps to maintain the staining.
Thick layer of what? चलो, let me draw and make you understand.
मैम.
Yes, Yashvi, बोलो.
Ma'am, gram positive stain takes up gram stain because it have peptidoglycan.
So that means gram negative doesn't have peptidoglycan. Yashvi, बोलो Vicky.
I think.
Yes, Vicky, waiting for your answer, बेटा. क्या हो गया? हैंड रेस करके. Okay. Let's not talk about it much. Let me draw the structure. You will understand. In case of gram positive bacteria, they have a thick layer of peptidoglycan. In case of gram negative bacteria also, if this is the cell membrane, I can write. Wait for a moment. They also have peptidoglycan layer, but this peptidoglycan layer is very thin. And they have above peptidoglycan another layer which is made up of lipoprotein. Now what happens, let me tell you about gram staining. Very simple principle. इसमें क्या किया जाता है, पहले बैक्टीरियल स्मीयर बनाया जाता है, बैक्टीरिया के सेल्स को एक स्लाइड के ऊपर फिक्स किया जाता है, and then on it they add crystal violet plus grams iodine. अब क्या होता है बेटा, ये जो बैक्टीरियल सेल में पोर्स होते हैं, through those pores, consider crystal violet is having star shape. So crystal violet structures are going inside the peptidoglycan layer, and separately the iodine, which is having considered hard state, is going inside. But once they are inside the peptidoglycan layer, they will bind with the crystal violet layer to produce crystal violet iodine complex. So crystal violet complex is formed. तो क्या इसका मतलब ये है कि ग्राम नेगेटिव में होगा ही नहीं? Nothing like that. In case of gram negative bacteria also, crystal violet is going inside, but it is, as lipoprotein layer is very thick and it is located at the upper part of the cell, इसीलिए वो उसी लेयर में रह जाएगा, और आपकी जो ग्राम नेगेटिव सेल है उसके केस में इट विल नॉट मेजरली रीच इनटू द पेप्टाइडोग्लाइकन लेयर. Okay, now what will happen? Ab in next step, the cells are washed with %70 alcohol. उससे क्या होगा? What will happen when cells are washed with 70% alcohol? It will have no effect on peptidoglycan. So gram positive will have stain.
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
ma'am, but why we generally use the alcohol substance to wash out the various cells in experiment?
No. Generally, alcohol is not used. Let me tell you. अभी आपको पता चल जाएगा यहाँ पे why we use alcohol. I am going to explain it to you. In case of gram negative, the lipid will get dissolved in alcohol and cells will be colorless. अब समझ में आपने देखा होगा कि कभी भी लाइक पानी में तेल घुलता नहीं है. You must have observed that. If you take a glass of water and put a spoonful of oil into it, it will never mix. वो कभी mix नहीं होगा, है ना? तो alcohol is something which can dissolve. आपके पास जो hand sanitizer होगा ना, थोड़ा सा वो लेके उसमें एक drop oil डाल के देखना, shake करके देखना. That oil will easily get dissolved with the hand sanitizer. ठीक है? तो अब क्या हो रहा है? We specifically used alcohol over here to remove the upper layer. So now what we will do? Safranine is added. So what will have happen? Gram negative stained with safranine. Safranine is generally pink in color. So that's why आप एक बहुत मजेदार चीज देखोगे कि ग्राम नेगेटिव जो सेल्स होंगे they will be stained in pink and gram positive cells will be always stained with violet color. So this is how actually gram staining works, and it's based on the structural difference of gram positive and gram negative. इसीलिए you can मतलब you will read further that flagella of gram positive cell wall is having 2 rings and flagella of gram negative cell wall is having 4 rings, because cell wall is not that much strong, because peptidoglycan layer is very thin in case of gram negative cells. Any question, any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
So we completed the part that is cell wall, isn't it? Let's get back to the function. Here we will talk about the cell membrane now. In case of cell membrane, when we are talking about the cell membrane, we must mention here that cell membrane is actually made up of protein and lipid. Okay, and main function of cell membrane is it is semi-permeable. So what do we mean by the word semi-permeable? Yes, Ayushi.
May I?
Yes, Ayushi.
Ma'am, it allows the movement of only particular things.
Yes. So it is actually the watchman of the cell, which will allow the entry and exit, which controls that what should enter into the cell and what should not enter into the cell. That part is decided by the cell membrane, that is made up of protein and lipid. So cytoplasm is what? It is a jelly-like substance. What is the function of cytoplasm? Beta, what is the role of cytoplasm? No one? It holds the other material, no? And apart from that, it is the
It
storehouse.
also protect.
Yes, it is used for the storage So cytoplasm is one of the most important part of cell. Now actually the prokaryotes lack membrane bound organelle, but then also they have organelles present in them. This is ribosome. Yes, someone wish to say something about ribosome. I stopped that person at that time. Can you talk now? Yes, Ayushi.
Ma'am, I said that prokaryotics have ribosome which are 70S.
So what do we mean by this S?
Ma'am, S is the Svedberg unit.
So what is it?
Ma'am, it is
Yes, Ayushi. Bolo bolo.
ma'am, it is the capacity or a unit to measure the strength or density of a ribosome.
Density of the ribosome. How do you measure? Density की तो unit mass per volume होती है. S कब से होने लगा? And then while Sedberg unit is having another name also, it is also known as sedimentation coefficient. It is also known as. हाँ बोलो.
It also measures size.
कैसे डिसाइड करते हैं? There is an instrument, centrifugation. Sorry, centrifuge. जिसमें एक process होता है which is called centrifugation. And in that machine, you studied about centrifugation in grade 9. There was a chapter in grade 9 science known as is material around us pure. उसमें आपने centrifugation के बारे में पढ़ा है. That is churning of the milk. Milk में से butter का निकलना. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is process is centrifugation. So when we go for centrifugation of all cell organelles of our cell or prokaryotic cell, if you consider in this case, the sedimentation coefficient is expressed by S, that is Svedberg unit. That means at which rate it will get sedimented. कितने rate में वो नीचे जाके settle down करेगा या कौन से layer में करेगा? So obviously it will talk about density, it will talk about molecular weight, but you need to mention centrifugation over here. So what is the role of ribosome? Ribosome क्या करता है? Again Ayushi is
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Ayushi बोलो. Other than you, no one is raising hand. बोलो.
Ma'am, ribosome is the protein synthesis site of the cell.
Okay. Ruanchi, sorry you raised your hand but late. By that time I told her to speak. So basically protein site, synthesis site. What are the other organelles present in prokaryotes? Anyone wish to say anything? They have mesosome. What is mesosome? Ruanchi bolo. Yes, Dhruvanshi, you can speak about mesosome. क्या हो गया? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means she must be having some. हाँ, Dhruvanshi,
My
बोलो
network was-
about mesosome. हाँ, I can understand better. बोलो.
They are the enfoldings of plasma membrane.
So plasma membrane fold. Then why, if they are simply the enfolding of plasma membrane, why do we mention about it so specifically? क्या खास बात है?
Because they help in DNA replication.
How? They are attached, they are in attachment with the internal DNA and they have the enzymes required for replication. That is how they, देखो, obviously as in prokaryotic cell, you don't have any covering of genetic material. Now this genetic material can keep on floating, which is not at all desirable. So the cell membrane is having one folding which is called mesosome, which is holding this part of DNA, and Also, it is having replication enzymes used in replication so that DNA can be replicated. But other than this, also mesosome sometimes perform some other work. I want to hear about that. Can you tell me other function of mesosome? Yes, Rutu.
Ma'am, they help in process of photosynthesis and aerobic respiration.
Yes. But for photosynthesis, it's not always mesosome. There is another substance present in case of photosynthesis. Can you give me name of that thing? It's called chromatophore.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, yes, Vicky, bolo.
Ma'am, increase the surface area of the cell.
Yes, very good. So, other than mesosome, there is chromatophore, which is single membrane bound structure having bacteriochlorophyll. If bacteria is photosynthesis, this chromatophore is present and it helps in photosynthesis. Storage food material is there, nucleoid is there. One thing, another I should mention, that is about plasmid. What is plasmid? Nucleoid is the main genetic material. What do we mean by plasmid? Yes, Ayushi?
Ma'am, it is the extra chromosal part of the prokaryotic cell which help and provide the function like nitrogen fixation gene, then antibacterial or antibiotic gene, and fertilization gene.
Yes. So it is a small circular piece of DNA. When it is not attached with the main, yes, Vicky, you want to say something extra? Bolo.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, extra chromosomal DNA.
So that to said by Rutu, Ayushi, what extra you are saying? Plasmid, when it is present separately, we call it plasmid. If it is integrated as a part of nucleoid, we call it episome. When it is separated, it is single or double like DNA with closed, covalently closed DNA, or rather to say, I must say here as it is having a circular piece of DNA. If it is separate, we call it plasmid. If the same structure is in association with the genetic material or the main DNA, we call it episome. Yes, Vicky, you want to ask something or say something?
Ma'am, also present in archaebacteria.
Also present
in archaebacteria.
It can be present in eubacteria also. Many types of bacteria can have plasmid.
Ma'am?
Yes, Yashvi?
मैम ये प्लाज्मिड स्ट्रक्चर नेचुरली एग्जिस्ट होता है बैक्टीरिया में?
हाँ, तो नहीं तो कहाँ से हम बोल रहे हैं?
मैम मींस फ्री स्टेट में प्रेजेंट होगे ना?
हाँ, फ्री स्टेट में भी हो सकते हैं and they may be associated with the main genetic material also. Then we call them episome.
Okay, ma'am.
So with this, almost we are done with the structure of prokaryotes. Next day, we will start our discussion with the structure of eukaryote. I hope you understood every part of my lecture, and I just want to share. This is the image of a prokaryotic cell. Give me one moment, beta. This is how it looks. This is how a prokaryotic cell looks.
Ma'am, it's like
capsule. Tablet जैसा दिखता है. Because they consider
like paramecium.
They consider bacillus. It may be coccus also. Doesn't matter. This is the structure of Escherichia coli, which is a bacillus bacteria. E. coli के बारे में जानते हो? बहुत अच्छी बैक्टीरिया है.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It is present in our intestine and synthesize vitamin B12. अगर नहीं हो तो फिर इंजेक्शन लेनी पड़ती है. Okay. So with this, I am ending our lecture for today. Whatever your doubts are, jot them down at some part, and if you have any doubt, we will discuss it in our next lecture. ठीक है? Nice taking class. हाँ, I really enjoy. Yes, Yashmi, you want to say something, beta?
मैम ये इकोलाई डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम में ब्रेक डाउन करती है ना हमारे फूड?
नहीं, डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम में क्या ब्रेक डाउन करेगा वो?
मैम मतलब जो भी फूड प्रोटीन हमने खाया है वही वो ब्रेक डाउन करती है?
No. It is responsible for production of vitamin B12, and हम जो food break down करके बनाते हैं, it takes that food. It's a kind of symbiotic relationship between E. coli and us. हमारे जो digested food है उसमें से it takes food and it will produce vitamin B12 in our intestine.
मतलब वो सिम्बायोटिक रिलेशन में आती है उसके साथ?
Yes. A healthy intestine should always have E. coli bacteria present. And it also ensure कि बाहर का कोई पैथोजन intestine में ना आए. That is also it's one of the most important things. So okay, I'm ending the meeting. Bye to all of you. We will meet tomorrow and
Bye, ma'am.
study more about
Bye, ma'am.
prokaryotes. Bye, beta. Bye.